want to shift focus to Kokrajhar in Assam. Terrorists struck Kokrajhar this morning. 12 civilians were killed in a suspected Bodo militant attack. They mounted an Islamic State-style attack in a crowded marketplace near Kokrajhar. Security forces were patrolling this area. The army responded immediately. One terrorist was killed. The army is now using tracker dogs. At least 3 other terrorists have escaped. There's a massive search operation that is now underway to nab the other trackers, the other terrorists who are believed to be holed up in nearby areas.
Terror bleeding Assam once again. A group of armed terrorists first arrived at this marketplace in an auto rickshaw in Kokrajhar. The AK-47 wielding terrorists opened indiscriminate fire at a crowded market in this area, killing at least 12 civilians on the spot. An extended gun battle erupted as security forces who landed there engaged the heavily armed terrorists. One suspected terrorist was eliminated in the exchange of fire right there. After gunning down at least 12 civilians, the armed terrorists in army fatigues fled the spot. Security forces have recovered. Chief Minister Sarbananda Sonowal has briefed Home Minister Rajnath Singh about the attack. The centre has offered all possible assistance to Assam.
Peace had actually returned to entire Bodoland area in Assam, and Kokrajhar being the centre of Bodoland, it was absolutely necessary to ensure that the peace prevails in Kokrajhar also. And we were successful, but this particular incident...
A massive manhunt has been launched to trace the attackers, believed to be from the NDFBS. Security forces suspect the hand of the Bodo terrorists in the carnage. The role of the Songbijit faction of the NDFB, opposed to dialogue with the centre, is being actively probed. The attack, which came at a relatively peaceful area, has also sent shockwaves across Assam. Bureau Report, India Today.
Home Minister Rajnath Singh today briefed Parliament on his Pakistan visit, where his strident anti-terror talk was blacked out by Islamabad. There was a rare unanimity in the House as opposition joined hands with the government against the Pakistani brand of democracy. However, reports that Home and External Affairs Ministry were not on the same page on Rajnath's visit caused some red faces in the government.
अगर उनकी स्पीच को ब्लैकआउट किया है तो ये लोकतंत्र की निशानी नहीं है, ये तो डिक्टेटरशिप की निशानी है.
Questions were raised whether the Home and External Affairs Ministry were on different pages, as both ministries took opposing stands on a bilateral with Pakistan. Rajnath leaving Pakistan and a subsequent press briefing.
राजनाथ सिंह जी का पाकिस्तान जाना अच्छा हुआ नहीं. That was a wrong decision.
But the big question is whether Pakistan will see reason and stop courting terror groups. With Smita Sharma in Delhi, Bureau Report, India Today.
Mumbai, India's financial capital, came to a grinding halt once again after overnight rains. The suburban train services were affected, which are actually considered Mumbai's lifeline. Even the traffic came to a grinding halt. Flights were also affected to and fro the city. The city faces more monsoon woes as the Met Department has predicted fresh heavy showers and high tides in the coming days.
Rains crippling Mumbai yet again. Normal life was hit hard after incessant downpour from the early hours on Friday. The rains triggered heavy traffic snarls in Sion, Dadar, Hindmata, Elphinstone, Byculla, Kurla and other low-lying areas of the big city. All flights arriving and departing from Mumbai were delayed by at least 30 minutes. Commuters are facing a harrowing time as suburban railway services were disrupted after waterlogging on the tracks. At least 7 inches of water were reported on rail tracks at Sion, halting trains between the Chhatrapati Shivaji terminus and Thane. While operations resumed after nearly 40 minutes, trains moved at a very slow pace.
You can see the water, the amount of water, and due to which you can't even see the tracks, and that's why these local trains are running very slow. This is the main cause, because of a local train is getting a delay or it is running late.
Amidst the downpour, a building also collapsed in the Girgaon area. By afternoon on Friday, Mumbai had reported over 100 millimeters of rain amidst a fresh high tide threat. The Met Department predicts heavy to very heavy rains in Konkan and central Maharashtra in the next 24 to 48 hours. With Mayuresh Ganapathe in Mumbai, Bureau Report, India Today.
This is a big India Today impact. Our expose on rampant bovine deaths and the shabby condition of the Rajasthan cow shelter has jolted the state government into action. The civic officials have launched massive clean drive and fed the starving cows. While the Rajasthan court has ordered a probe, the opposition Congress is all set to raise the issue in the parliament.
India Today exposing how holy cows are given unholy treatment at the biggest government cowshed in Rajasthan. The revelations have left the Vasundhara Raje government in Rajasthan red-faced. Hours after the expose, dumpers were brought in to clear the carcasses and dirt. Fodder and clean water provided for the starving cows. The state government has ordered an investigation. It has, however, defended its actions.
जितनी भी गाय हैं जो गौशाला में आ गई है, हर गाय के पेट में आज की तारीख में 20 से 25 किलो प्लास्टिक है, जिस कारण से ये गाय के लिए बहुत बड़ी घातक होता है.
But the images of dying cows seem to have done the damage. The opposition Congress came down heavily on the Vasundhara Raje government. As cows bear the brunt of the festering dispute between the shelter employees and the government, the opposition hit out at the chief minister and the government.
The Union Minister of Social Justice on the floor of the parliament says they can take law into their own hands. Prime Minister on Twitter follows some of these vigilante groups or other trolls.
RJD chief Lalu Prasad also tweeted, taking a jibe at the Vasundhara Raje government, saying cows give milk, not votes. In the eye of a storm, the BJP has offered a rather lame defense.
ये कष्ट की बात है, बहुत दुख की बात है. मुझे जो अभी जानकारी मिली, मेरे मन में भी कष्ट इस बात का है. इस पर कार्रवाई भी होनी चाहिए.
As the state government officials are jolted into action, they've begun a massive cleanup act at the cowshed. The question remains, is the holy cow just a tool to garner votes? With Sharad Kumar in Jaipur, Bureau Report, India Today.
Millions of Kamal Haasan fans can now heave a sigh of relief as the actor is all set to come back to the silver screen. The veteran actor had fractured his leg 2 weeks ago and had been hospitalized since, but he has now been discharged. And one of his admirers who can't be happier to see the star back on his feet is none other than superstar Rajnikant. But fans and Rajnikant alike will be steering clear of telling Kamal Haasan to break a leg at the cinemas anytime soon.
It was a big scare that could have grounded him for a long time, putting his many big projects out of gear. But 2 weeks after veteran star was admitted to a private hospital in Chennai with multiple leg fractures, Kamal Haasan is back on his feet again. Kamal had slipped and fallen at his Chennai office last month, breaking his leg at several places and effectively putting him out of action. The star is understood to have undergone surgery twice in the last 2 weeks.
Kamal tweeted earlier this week announcing that he was back on his feet and walking around with help, but star won't be back to work for at least another month as he's been advised full bed rest.
Millions of anxious fans have waited for a lot of time to hear something about their superstar, and now they have something to finally rejoice about. It will take some time for Kamal Haasan to fully recover and get back into form, but prayers by fans still goes on.
Kamal's daughter Shruti and Akshara Haasan and his partner and veteran actor Gautami have been by Kamal's side through his recovery and will be nursing him back to health. On the work front, Kamal will next be seen in trilingual comedy film Sabash Naidu. The film is being directed by Kamal Haasan himself after an unfortunate turn of events that led to director T.K. Rajiv Kumar moving away from the project. Sabash Naidu will simultaneously be shot in Tamil, Telugu and Hindi. Now that the shooting of the film has been postponed, the film is expected to hit the screens only next year. But with Kamal walking about again and hopefully fully back in the mix within a month, expect a full drama to be back soon as well. With Akshanath in Chennai, Bureau Report, India Today.